Thank you, Reverend Ernestina, for that message. Really doing. Our speaker today is Reverend Cheryl Ann. And I know the words that she's going to say is going to ignite knowledge within you. Reverend Cheryl.
Thank you. Namaste. Namaste. I printed big enough so I don't need my glasses so I can look at you. I'm going to talk today about what is your story. Some call it your life story. I call it your storybook. So what is your story and what is it made of? Last night I went dancing, and some of you know that I go out dancing regularly, and there was a reggae song on, Got to Be True to Myself. So everybody's dancing and they're saying, got to be true to myself, and they're all pointing to themselves, and part of me stepped back and I said, but what is myself? I got to be true what? Who am I? What is it, that part of me that I have to be true with? So I went home. It's all the little dots in my head. Who is I? We're born with a blank storybook. All these pages are blank. And we're born into this world and they get filled up. But how do they get filled up? Other people fill up our storybooks. Our family, parents, brothers, sisters, if we have any, grandparents, if they're around us, aunts, uncles, neighbors, teachers, television, the internet. Fills a lot of pages for a lot of people nowadays. And doctors and our healthcare system help us fill up these pages in the story that's our life. And even chance encounters at the grocery store. So these stories aren't necessarily written by aha moments, but by also little interactions with people. So eventually, after all these years, we get a full book. But does it contain what we want it to? Does our story have what we want in it? So I ask you, who do you give your power to? And who is your God? Is it you or someone you gave your power to who wrote a story or a page in your book? Who or what is it that you want to be? Because we can change these pages. We can write on them whatever we want. So the next question I ask myself is who I want to be. If I don't want to be some of these pages that people put in my book, what do I want to be? How do we transform what no longer serves us? My own inner critic. My grandchildren are such great teachers. My son told me, well, I don't really want to be around Nana right now. I'm like, oh, why not? Because Nana criticizes them. And I thought long and hard on that. I was like, oh my gosh. But I criticize myself more. So when I found that I stopped criticizing myself, I stopped criticizing them. And they like being around me now, yay! Then I got to thinking, who put that in my storybook? Who criticized me so that I learned to criticize myself and put myself down? And I came upon a technique, a ritual, called writing, blessing, then burning. So you write down whatever it is you don't want. Write it down. Okay, I don't want to criticize. I want always put want, but I don't want to criticize. And then I thank it. Oh, thank you very much, criticism. You served me so well in my life. I'm so grateful that you've been here to help me, but I don't need you anymore. No thanks. I like myself better without you. And then burn the piece of paper. This is my ritual. I would suggest you create your own ritual. You can take mine, if you want, or create your own ritual. Maybe singing, it may be, whatever you want to put into it. Maybe you're gardening, maybe every time you dig, that's something. I want to get rid of it, and then you bury it in the earth. That's another thing. Instead of burning, bury it in the earth. But I want you to create your own ritual. And number 2, most important, use it. Use it every time you get a reflection, like my grandchildren, or you find something that you don't want in your book. Something someone gave you, and bless it. Oh, they didn't mean it, I don't think. Bless it and let it go. The next thing and last would be manifesting. So we're letting and we're transforming these pages, tearing them out, but we can put our own pages in. So again, what is it that you want to be? Who do you want to be? So Abraham Hicks, love, says it's all imagination. If you can imagine in meditation, but if you can imagine the life you want for a second, for 2 seconds, for 5 seconds, you're 5 seconds closer to being that. So imagine what you want in your life. I suggest pick one thing at a time. Just don't throw all of it at the universe, but pick one thing at a time. What do I want to be? Go into meditation and be that. See that. Feel it, taste it, experience it. Seconds at a time, and then expand those seconds. And it manifests. I have a poem by Rev Cheryl Ann I wish to share with you. I saw a little buttercup smiling on the road. I leaned down to smile back and said, "Hello, me." I spied a fine, tall willow tree dancing in the wind. I reached out to hug her and said, "Hello, me." I caught with a glance a small yellow bird. And when it turned to look my way, I thought, "Hello, me." I felt the sun upon my face while walking in the land. I closed my eyes, reaching skyward, and said, "Hello, me." And thus I traveled throughout the day, walking high and low, with a gentle smile upturned, and saying, "Hello, me." Then I heard a sound, so soft and low, my smile melting down. I turned to see a dog, her body broken with funny bends. My eyes, I tried to look away, but something kept me still. She turned to me with loving tears, and she said, "Hello, me." I shared her tears, and I looked, and then I said, "Bless you." Namaste. Namaste.